Daylight saving time was invented so long ago that the original idea was to save candles, not electricity. Back in the 1800s, having sunlight out meant people could wait longer to start lighting candles at night, and by the time they did, it was closer to the time to go to bed. Benjamin Franklin is often credited as the first to suggest daylight saving time. While spending time in Paris, he realised he was wasting his Parisian mornings while sleeping. He proposed that the French government fire cannons at sunrise to wake people up. But he never suggested a shift in clocks. He just wanted to enjoy more of Paris during the daytime. Most people actually credit the idea of daylight savings time to George Vernon Hudson, a Kiwi entomologist. In 1895, he suggested a 2-hour shift in clocks, so he could have more time to hunt and catalogue bugs at the end of the workday. Soon after, British builder William Willett proposed a similar idea, but it was rejected by England's Parliament in the early 1900s. During World War I, when so many resources were wasted, Germany and its ally Austria-Hungary were the first to implement daylight saving time nationwide in 1916 in an effort to conserve coal. Their enemies didn't want to fall behind, and England followed suit, along with most of its allies. Soon, many neutral Western nations did too, until a significant portion of the world started using it. In this map, we can see the nations and regions that have never used daylight savings time in red. The ones that still use it as of 2024 are represented in blue. The ones that have used it before but no longer do are in orange. If daylight saving time is so beneficial to a country's economy and saves energy amid an energy crisis, why is the number of nations using it dropping every year? In the last 5 years, Brazil, Fiji, Iran, Syria, Jordan, and most of Mexico ended the practice. One of the key arguments against daylight savings today is that data suggests that residential electricity consumption is higher during daylight savings, not lower. Since we don't use wax candles to light a room anymore, and we're so dependent on electronics today, it's possible the idea is outdated. If before people used to go home and save on candles, today people go home, watch TV, play video games, while listening to music with the AC on, charging their phones, while heating up their food and opening their fridges for an occasional cold beer or iced Coke. So, if daylight savings isn't necessarily saving electricity, then why is it still being used? Well, when it's still bright outside after work, people are more likely to go out somewhere and enjoy their evening than going straight home. That means they will be spending money, whether it's eating out or shopping or golfing. Even if they're doing a free activity like going to the park, they'll likely drive there and consume gas. The bottom line is, extra daylight time means extra time to spend money, boosting profits, and helping the economy move. And even if people do go home, they will likely watch TV and boost ratings, watch ads, consume an icy, refreshing carbonated beverage, beer, etc., because it's hot and sunny outside. And once again, it's all about money. Some studies identified that the shift on the clock can have an effect on people's health and concentration. By some estimates, in the United States, there's a loss in productivity at the workplace on the days after the time change that cost a total of $434 million in losses. Some studies also link an increase in the total number of heart attacks and car accidents and a decrease in immunity and mental acuity. The good side, though, is that people seem to be happier when there is an extra hour of daylight at the end of the day. There are arguments for and against the use of daylight savings, but the moral of the story is that if you're in a country that uses daylight saving time, make sure you get enough sleep. Somebody asked, we discuss some of the most asked questions on the internet and beyond. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, you might also like one of the suggestions we've picked for you. See you next time!